the time and space to give yourself a break. Here you'll find some love, music, laughter, and above all, she'll dare to tell the truth. And so come to Granny's place and give your spirit a big boost.
Welcome to Granny's Place, a haven for love, entertainment, and uncommon sense. I'm Sweet Baby James, and I'm here to introduce you to Granny Rocks. The theme of tonight's show, do you enjoy being you? Become more able to be and enjoy yourself. And so let's see what Granny has to say about this. So here's Granny.
Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to have you at Granny's Place today. So we've asked James to stay up there because we have a very special assignment for him today. We're going to start out with, how does it feel to be sweet baby James, or sometimes not so sweet baby James?
And do I enjoy being sweet baby James?
And do you enjoy being sweet baby James? Now, just a second before we get on to that, I just want to be very clear. I'm talking about the inner state. You know, how you feel inside. Do you feel like a fun person? Do you feel like a happy person? Do you feel like a thoughtful person? Do you feel like a good person? Do you feel anxiety all the time? Do you feel depressed all the time? How does it feel to be you? So now some of us are going to say, we just love it. We're just wonderful. I mean, we always feel good about it. Oh, yeah. Bull. So, I mean, if you're that good, you're probably lying, and then you're not watching this show anyway, are you? So, but we all have, some negativity within us that haunts us, that goes with us everywhere. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like I just can't take me anywhere. But when I come back to myself, I'm usually okay. But some people are like in a constant state of pain, and some people are in an occasional state of pain. And I think that most of us could probably do with a little bit more happy inside kind of stuff. What do you think? So we're going to start with Sweet Baby James. So,
do I enjoy being me?
Do you enjoy being you, James?
Well, when I really think about it, on the surface, I like to look and feel like I'm enjoying myself. But when I dig a little deeper, and when I just check in with my mood, I notice that a lot of times I'm not really enjoying myself, being me. And I think the reason for that is there always seems to be a gap between what I think I should be and what I am, or what I should be achieving or accomplishing and what I am. And so I could use some help in enjoying myself more.
That's very helpful. I would bet you that there's a lot of people out there and in here who have that same feeling.
Yeah, stress and tension just drive it out.
Yeah, I mean, how many of us are just burdened with a constant need to prove ourselves, a constant need to prove ourselves, a constant need to prove ourselves. It doesn't feel very harmonious inside. It's kind of distressing, isn't it?
I even had a dream this morning.
Tell me about
that somehow at my age, I was back in college and I had 3 courses and I needed to make good grades.
Oh my God.
I mean, even now that lingers inside of me, which I think represents this external thing that we always have to prove that our value, Like one of the courses was algebra. What do I care about algebra anymore? And one was English, and I was fighting to get above a B+, But the other one, I was concerned about flunking, the algebra one. And so I was trying to rally my forces to somehow prove that I could do it. And you know what?
I realized, can do it. I can do it. I really can do
And one of the biggest ways I kid myself is to continually say, well, I've still got it. I've still got it. What? I've got what?
I still got it. Whatever it is, I've got it. And I've got to convince you that I've got it too.
So anyway, in the middle of the dream, I realized,
Yes.
wait a minute. I don't need to do any of that stuff.
Really?
No. So I did a redo of my dream. And I never took those classes in the first place. What am I trying to prove? It was just a symbol of how I still have within me that desire to prove my value by demonstrating it through some external standard. And I spent my whole life trying to satisfy external standards. But I'm catching it more and more. And so there's less and less and less of that. So there we are. And hopefully your sharings tonight will help me even further along in enjoying life more, enjoying me being me more.
Does anyone identify that and all the stress that I'm playing on the piano? Oh, how much of life feels like this? Just when you think you've got something going, it's like, oh no, I'm exposed as the fool I really am. And isn't that horrible? I mean, so then what are you feeling? I mean, we're feeling stress, and then we're feeling self-judgment, and then we're afraid of what other people are thinking. And I mean, it's like, it is not a picnic. Not a picnic, not a picnic, not a picnic. See, I don't care how I sound, do I? I mean, did you hear that voice? Well, there are things that I get a little bit neurotic about, but, hitting notes in something like this, I'm just laughing. See, I can laugh. Why can't I laugh more often?
Really?
See, now I want to describe a state of mind that actually does feel pretty good.
Okay.
Now, I have another problem. Does it feel good to me? Why don't you ask me?
What's that?
How does it feel to be you, Granny Rocks?
Oh, okay. How does it feel to be you, Granny Rocks?
Like someone has dumped a load of bricks on my back, that someone is got pincers in my hips, that somebody has a vice around my head, that somebody is squeezing my intestines. Oh yes, it's lovely. I just love it. I love it. I just love it. Wonderful, so wonderful to be me. So wonderful, so wonderful to be me. Okay, so now, do you think I'm kidding about that? No. I also feel like a sack of potatoes is holding me down. And Sweet Baby James knows this, and all my friends know this, but a lot of you don't know this, is that I'm chronically ill and I'm disabled. So you see, I look great as long as I'm sitting in the chair, but don't ask me to get up. Then you're going to notice there's some wobbling and, anyway. So that is how it feels to me. But I have to tell you, on the other hand, when I am temporarily blocking out the way I feel physically, I can be anxious. And I don't even know why. And you know why? Because it's usually not my feelings, it's somebody else's feelings. So I'm not even being me. Could I be me? When I am me, I'm kind of like happy. I mean, really, I don't know what it is. I call it needless optimism. That was optimism, not optimism. So, and you know that. So, okay, here it is. I have a dreaded phone call to the home warranty people, or to something like that, right? And I know it's going to be somebody, or I have tech support and they won't understand me, and it's always blah, 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 but I get tense with it. But when I feel like myself and I just like, and I relate to people, and I stop having the agenda that my problem be solved in the next 5 minutes, because it won't. I mean, like, just let it go. You know what I mean? Try, but don't expect it. Okay, when I get like that, then I actually connect to the person I'm talking to, and guess what? It's fun.
And I notice you smile a lot when you're doing that.
You do. You see, I mean, this is he's telling you, would sweet baby James lie about something like that?
Oh, no.
No,
Oh, no.
oh no. I actually have fun a lot of my life.
You do.
And that's because I'm having fun being me. I talk about Granny's Place. What could be more fun than talking about Granny's Place? It's even more fun than doing it. Because, see, when I'm doing it, I have to perform. But when I'm talking about it, I can just, give baloney and tell everybody how wonderful it is. And then I can talk about my website, and I can talk about the inner revolution, and I can kibitz with them, and we can talk about music, because I'm always on the phone with tech support about something, right, about music. What a nightmare. If you think that doing music has anything to do with being musical, well, you're totally mistaken. It has everything to do with technology these days. And I feel extremely like, duh. But anyway, when I talk to the people, see, the big problem is when the phones don't work. When you have those, and you're saying, what? I can't hear you. Then it's really terrible because there's no relating. But see, when I'm relating, people actually like me. Not because I'm trying. I'm just being myself. And guess what? I like me too. So in those moments, I have
like
to
you
tell
too.
you. Huh?
I like you too.
Oh, thank you. So here's the trick, see? I'm just being myself, and I'm letting go of the agenda that I'm going to have this fixed right now. I mean, I'm going to try, right? But if I get really tied up in that agenda, like I think this microphone is moving all by itself over my mouth, if I can let go of thinking that it's really going to happen, that they're going to help me, and that it's all going to get fixed, then I can sort of relax a little bit. And the person that you're talking to, is a person. And that person also has stomach cramps, or menstrual cramps, or bicep cramps if they're, working out, or whatever kind of cramps other people have. And I just never think about that. And then when I don't think about that and I don't relate to that person, I feel like a user and an abuser, and I don't even feel good about myself, and when I'm sort of like, all right, so you did drop the ball for the 100th time on this project that you promised me would work, but after all, I didn't really expect that it was going to work, did I? And then I go into the inquiry. There is a slight chance that I will actually relate to that person. And when I relate to that person, amazing things happen. I start to like me. Because I don't think of myself as a kind of person who's torturing everybody. I think of myself as a person who is loving people. It's not an illusion. I'm not talking phony. I never believe in phony. Those of you who know me for a million years, I don't believe in phony. I mean being real. I mean really being interested in relating to everybody and really wanting to solve problems and really caring about everything and the universe. And then I am more relaxed. I know it sounds sort of contradictory, doesn't it? I mean, how can you care about the universe and be relaxed? I mean, it seems absolutely impossible. I mean, I don't know how you feel, but don't read the news, right? If you want to have your stomach, settled, or your lunch staying in your body. But you can care about the world and still be a loving, caring person. I mean, it's so ironic. I care so much about the world that I'm frowning all the time because so many people are suffering. And so I'm going to be communicating that anger all the time. Now, I'm not saying there isn't plenty to be angry about, and I'm not saying that I'm not ever angry, but if I walk around like an angry person, it's curtains. It's curtains in terms of wanting to be me. Because I'm like, ugh. And just the other day, I was really angry about something. And at someone, and it wasn't him. And the whole day, I couldn't shake it. But at least I was thinking about, I don't like this. 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 How many of us actually think that being angry makes us happy because we feel so self-righteous and we're so justified? Oh yeah, I'm so justified. I am so justified. I didn't care. I knew I was justified. I actually knew that I was right. Whatever right means. If you watched our show last time, you know truth is hard to come by. But anyway, and do we even want to know it? But I knew that I was right. I knew that something was going on. And I just struggled because I hated feeling angry because I no longer liked being me. And what I tried to do was talk to the person and straighten it out, because I didn't want to be angry, because I didn't like being me when I was all knotted up.
So how did you get out of that, Granny?
I talked to the person. I mean, I am not a spiritual giant. If that person had not finally acknowledged what was going on, well, I actually was better by the next day, because I didn't want that. I hate that. I feel like I'm giving my power away when I let myself get angry about something that someone else did. And then it's usually when people separate from me. I don't like it. I like connection. You might have figured that out. That's probably why I enjoy talking to people when I'm connecting to them. I don't mean talking at them. I mean talking to them, with them, interacting. They're interested. They respond. It's amazing. People help you, and I'm not talking about doing this for a reason it's just like natural is what's inside. We are by nature social creatures.
I notice I feel happier when I'm connected with people.
That's right. I mean, I'm no different from the dogs.
But when I'm angry, I separate.
That's right. And that is death. And then I feel the separation, and then I don't feel happy and cuddly, and I don't have that puppy pile feeling anymore. So as terrible as life can be, and I have my share of terrible problems, it's no fun to be me when I let them oppress me, make me angry, even if I'm justified. So I did, in fact, make an effort. This is making noise, right? Even though we tried everything to make it not make noise, it just did. I'm really upset. Actually, I'm not. It's like, all right, it's making noise. What can I say? So I wouldn't be a happy me if I were freaking out about something like that, right? So no matter how bad this world is, we can't make it better by being angry all the time, just some of the time. You know what I mean? You read one more atrocity that's happening to some poor person and you go, and then you say, well, I will not be happy being me if I walk around with that stuff in my guts. I can't take it. I can't take that stuff in my gut. So we can take a moment now to look at why we are so unhappy being us. I mean, I've told you when I'm unhappy being with myself. James has told you why he's unhappy. He's unhappy when he's not proving that he is someone other than himself. Was that clear? He isn't someone else, yet he's always trying to prove it. And how is he going to be happy? This guy gets very anxious, and then he gets angry, and all of that other bad stuff. And then I don't want to be with him, so then he feels like, ugh, she doesn't want to be with me. There must be something wrong with me. Well, there is something wrong with you, which is you don't like yourself, and I can't stand being around you when you're like that. And the same is true with me. When I don't like how I am, I don't want to be around me either. I'd much rather, you know what I mean? So These are some of the reasons, I am not who I'm supposed to be. And where did that idea come from? We were talking about where our thoughts come from 2 weeks ago. Oh, if you didn't see that show, you should watch it. It's never too late to examine your thoughts. So some of us are just not, and you were talking about this, just aren't what we think we're supposed to be, or we think somebody isn't going to love us because we're not a certain way. And where did we get that idea from? Probably from reality. We don't get this stuff out of nowhere. It probably happened. Probably, okay, the parent was disappointed. Oh, dad was disappointed because you blew it at the Little League game. You were the reason that the team struck out, or you acted like a baby or a wuss or something like that. Or you're a girl and nobody asked you to dance and that was me. Or you're transgender or gay and you don't fit anybody's idea of what right is. I mean, it can be just on that level. I mean, that kind of stuff that turns you against yourself. Or you think you should have gotten a better job by this time or be making more money or something. It comes from somewhere, guys. When we're just our natural selves. It's amazing that children do have a capacity to have joy. When I feel joy, I'm happy to be me because I'm feeling joy. That's what I am, is what I'm feeling in that moment, right? My whole experience of life is in that moment. And I feel loved and connected. I'm pretty happy being me. It's like, oh yeah, or things, I have to admit, when things go my way, I like it better. But we live on this beautiful river. Can you see the river? Maybe not, because we've got both of us, even with both of us on. Yes. So, there's so much wonder still in my life, and I lose it. I lose that wonder when I get obsessed with something and I don't like being me. I'll tell you something I was unhappy with me about today.
Okay. What was that?
I wanted to go to this place, this piano program in North Carolina. And we live in Oregon. And I can barely leave the house. Sometimes I can't get out of bed. Pretty frequently. And I wasn't happy being me because I really wanted to do this. There is only one thing to do. Find something that I can be happy being me about. Find another solution to my problem. Cry with a friend or a loved one. I have so many blessings. I did not play the piano for 58 years. And I just started about 2 or 3 months ago. When I think about the miracle. And then I feel much happier being me. I'm going to shut up that voice. Tell it, thank you for sharing. I am a miracle, and I bet you are too. I bet each one of you can find something about you that is absolutely miraculous. For some, it was the fact that you were born. Maybe you had the umbilical cord around your neck, or you had a difficult birth, or you had a brother who tried to kill you in the crib, but didn't succeed. Or you came from an impoverished background and you managed to find something, some way to find real self-expression. You see, you're happy being you. You're happy to express yourself. People think that self-expression comes from some technique. It doesn't. It comes from the joy of being you, because you feel that there's something valuable that you're expressing. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering. It's just the pure joy of your being. And then we're all happy that you're you because you bring that joy. Think for 1 minute about what it is that you have that's miraculous, that you overcame an illness, that you overcame an abusive relationship, or that you're in that abusive relationship, but you still have enough self-respect that you're thinking of getting out of it. Or you're kind of nuts and angry and you're getting some therapy. Or you have difficulty accepting how your children want to live and you're working on it. Or that you're working on your relationship. Even though you came from an abusive family, you're trying to do something different for other people, or you're trying to be good and kind. Think about it. It's a miracle. I believe the survival of the human species is a miracle. When I look at the conditions that people live in the whole world over, and you say, like, how do people get up in the morning? How do they make it through the day with the amount of pain and abuse and sickness and poverty and oppression that human beings suffer? And what really makes me feel good to be me is when I'm helping others. Something inside me wakes up and says, yes. What about you, sweet baby James?
All of the above. And I love making music. I'm happy that I've been able to identify a knack that I have or a gift that I have that I'm able to enjoy expressing. As well as just everything else in my life. There's so many things to be grateful for.
You got something good going on inside? Express it, guys. The smallest thing. Give somebody a hug. Tell somebody that you appreciate them. Tell them you love them. Or if it's somebody just out there struggling, say, can I help you? Or, boy, looks like you're having a rough day today. All those expressions of your innate being will make you feel good about being you. You can't be an abuser and feel good about yourself. See, it doesn't work like that. Yes, we have to have unconditional love for ourselves, which means that we love ourselves enough to do the right thing for ourselves and others, to be a blessing to all. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
See you next week at Granny's Place.
Yeah.